I know what diversity is, how important it is and everything, but it's not like something practical, something I can do. How can I use it?
Okay, diversity is a fact of life in our organizations, right? So the question is, how can we use our awareness of diversity to be more effective? Being culturally competent means having the ability to recognize and respond to our similarities and differences, and make better decisions based on that understanding. Why is that so important? Well, think about it. See, people entering the workplace today have grown up in a diverse world. They not only expect diversity to be part of the workplace, they expect the people who work there to be able to deal with it effectively. Being culturally competent is also important because it helps us adjust and adapt to the change that's all around us. Everything from global competition to changing technology. The list goes on and on. And then, of course, there's the customers we deal with. You've got to be culturally competent to keep your competitive edge, to be able to anticipate a wider range of customer needs.
There's a great example of a major automobile company that used cultural competency in coming up with a design for a minivan. Instead of the traditional heads-down engineering approach they had used in the past, they listened to several women in the company who pointed out that most of the buyers for minivans are women with children. So, they asked the women employees, in effect, what would you want in a new van? And the result was innovations like built-in car seats, remote control doors so you can get in and out easily with a toddler or an armful of groceries. They used the diversity in the organization to come up with new solutions that help them sell their product more effectively.
So, being culturally competent is important because, among other things, it helps us communicate better, build better relationships, develop better solutions, and be more productive. It also helps the organization become an employer of choice. It helps us respond to rapid change in the workplace, and it helps us anticipate customer needs. See, the reason being culturally competent can help do all those things is because when you're culturally competent, you know there is more going on beneath the surface than what you're seeing. For example, take an iceberg. Most of what's going on with an iceberg is below the surface. It's a lot like that with people. The most important parts of who we are, those things that define us, like our beliefs, our values, and our thought patterns, the things that drive our behavior and our decisions, they're pretty much below the surface where they're not obvious to others. The real clash occurs beneath the surface, where beliefs, values, and thought patterns conflict. And, like I said earlier, being culturally competent is the skill of being able to recognize what's going on under the surface and then make better decisions based on that understanding. So if cultural competency is a skill we all need, how do we practice it? Well, by being fair. And that's what we're going to talk about next.